software and you're looking for, you want to be able to save different boxes here, you can save different boxes here, okay? And you can delete. These are the boxes that I have saved based on personal criteria that I like, okay? But you can also delete them if you don't like them, okay? You can create yours, but you can start a search from scratch by simply going under filters, right? This filter right here. And I personally like to look at properties non-owner occupied, meaning the owner of the property does not live there. It just gives me a higher chance that they are not, that it's not a home, right? If they don't live there, there's a higher chance that it's not a home, it's just a house for them. It could be a second home, but it's not the home where they lay their head at night. So they have less emotional attachment to it, right? All right. So that's why I like to say no owner occupied. If they live in there, could that still be a deal? Of course it could be a deal, right? But it's a chance I'm willing to take based off of my 15 years of experience, 15 plus. Actually, it's going to be six. Actually, I just don't sustain the business. Sorry, it's 16 years. This was 2005, December, that I closed my first deal. So the whole year, actually, I was busy finishing my master's and trying the business out. If you want my full story, you can see it on the channel on the Wholesaling 101 course. All right. You can also see by coming in through the money-secrets.com. You attend the masterclass and you get the 2 books for free. My story is in there. All right. So owner occupied. Then I also like to see vacant properties. All right. Now you need to keep in mind that in some cities, the vacant property occupancy status record is not accurate. So you may just pick vacant and then the whole list. You can see here that the list is narrowed down to 1345. Let me start that from scratch so you can see how that works again. I'm going to X this out and X this out as well by simply hovering on the criteria. See, there's no criteria right now. So I am looking at all 100,000 properties records that's available in the city of Henderson, Nevada. Okay. So remember that you actually have access to, sorry, excuse me on that. Let me just make sure I fix this because there's something that the phone is trying to remind me on, and I want to make sure I don't forget. Let's see. Let's put this at 7:30. Now let's put this at next hour. Good. All right, good. So I snoozed it earlier. I want to make sure I don't miss out on that. All right, good. So, and if I take this out completely. If I take that out and I say clear all, I don't see anything because you know why? Because most property records in the United States they are based on county government level that keep records of property data in the United States. Okay. So, but again, I'm going to go here. I'm going to select that. And we have in this city that we've chosen today, 131,000, right? So I'm going to go on the filters. I'm going to do no, non-owner occupied. I'm going to do vacant properties, right? I can also do, I like to see residentials because that's what I teach. That's what I specialize in. There are people that are wholesaling commercial, and you can wholesale commercial even as a residential expert or professional, let me say, which means you remain a student, right? But it can fall on your lap when you're busy. This is another thing that a lot of people don't realize. When you are actively building the business, or you're actively scouting for properties using the software, you put yourself out there. Random properties will fall on your lap. Okay, people will know you for what you do, right? You can do your own little property of the day type of thing on your Instagram page, and people will say, hey, you're the real estate guy. I have this property, and you never know, a property that you can make $100,000 from like that will stumble on your lap, and then boom, you're making a cool $40,000 just for being present in the business. That's why I say it's not really a lot of ways. Over time, you're going to find that a lot of money you're going to make is going to come from who you know, which you create by being present, by creating posts out there about the business, resharing. Like when I tell you, like, share, this is a video you can share with the world, right? So, but you benefit from that because people start to get to know you as the go-to guy when it comes to real estate wholesaling or real estate in general. Okay. So just because I zone in when I'm searching or I'm about to market on residential doesn't mean that's all the property I can make money on. I can make money on commercial properties, office buildings, industrial buildings, agricultural. It's just about being present in the right place at the right time, and you increase the chances of doing that when you're actively present in the business, right? So another thing I like to do when I'm marketing, I like to zone in on single family and multifamily 2 to 4, right? That's just me, right? And I also like to go under the MLS status, which means the public market status. Is this listed with a licensed agent or not? I like to say no, okay? So as I'm picking those filters, right? See, you can see all the filters on the right hand side. Non-owner occupied, occupancy status is vacant, property classification is residential, property type single family and up to 4 family property, and I don't want it to be on the market, right? Because if it's already on the market, the creativity that we can apply to the deal reduces significantly because most licensed agents are like boxes. They like to work in one way and standardize, and they don't like to step out of that. And yes, even if they're broke, it is what it is. That's what they taught them, and they try to follow that. But if you've been in the game long enough, you know that making money in this real estate game, it's a lot of ways you can make money legally when you're creative, and you have to leave room for creativity as long as we're not breaking any laws, right? All right, good. So I'm going to click close and let's see how many properties. Right now in Anderson, we're down to 662 properties, right? That has fit a certain criteria. And what's the criteria? The criteria is this right here: non-owner occupied, is vacant, right? So does it mean these people are open to selling? Not necessarily. Okay, so I'm looking at something. I'm looking at status that says sold, right? So when I picked on MLS, let's go back to MLS. I wanted to say no, not on the market. MLS status. I can also go here and I can say failed. I can decide to see fail. Fail would mean expired listings. Okay, they tried to sell but they couldn't sell, right? So if I pick that, right, you can see all the status here changed to fail, even though I also said it shouldn't be on the market presently. All right, and let's see, that narrowed my list of properties down to 19. Okay, so in terms of, let's go back here. Okay, let's go back to our segment. As far as property of the day, we're down to 19 properties that we can literally chase after. Okay, this is wholesaling. It's really this simple, right? And you saw how I used the filters. You can play around with the different filters. You could, by the way, the reason why you want to keep a membership of the software is you come back and you do this exercise on a daily basis. You come up with properties that you can literally put all your resources behind it. So how much is it going to cost you for the next 1 month to go after these 19 properties? If this is the city you've chosen to go after, right? How much is it going to cost you, right? We're still looking for the property of the day, by the way. Okay, so we have 2802, right? Field listing. We know that the last listing was for 477. It failed just not too long ago. Now we know that it's kind of recent. Now recent